fucking with it right here with who I started with. Me something like a Spartan, it's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, Goon, no Central Coast, mob and suicide. Only arsonist. I step in the booth and cast, I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music, I work hard at this.
That's right, and we're back. We're live on Chicano Tube. We're live on Chicano Street. Beautiful Linda Raza. Do me a favor, man. Hit that pinchy like. It's the Wednesday night edition. Let's go through some formalities before we get into what do we got on the plate tonight. We got Problem, the Goon versus PFaceBaby. No Paperwork podcast, George Perez, and a whole lot more. But first, let's go through the formalities, okay? Gracias to all the day oneers. Gracias to everyone inside that members only. The members only is the backbone of the community. I appreciate the members only more than they know. They've been rocking with your boy since day number one, like a lot of you guys. And if you guys are new to the channel, welcome to Chicano Street. Welcome to Chicano Tube. Let me let you know. I'll give you a little overview of exactly what kind of pinchy channel this is. What kind of dude is this? Exactly, etc. So welcome to the channel, man. The channel is based out of Salinas, California, with your boy only, Mikey here, heading it up. We got a lot of other shows on Chicano Tube. We got Chicano Street and a lot of other shows. But here's the main show right here. When I'm solo, dolo, is when we go ahead and do Chicano reactions like we're going to do tonight, man. But welcome to the channel. I appreciate your support. We're knocking on the door, 15K. That's because of you guys and because of your support. So again, gracias, man. I appreciate you more than you know. Fuck with your boy. We're here. We ain't going nowhere, right? All right, anyways. Death Rose in the casa. That's right. Güero Lira, I see you, my boy. Daniel Berry Sports, you know I see you. I appreciate you guys, some day oneers over there. So we're going to get into a couple things tonight. It's the Wednesday night edition. First, let's housekeep a little bit, right? All the day oneers, everyone in the members only. And I also want to give a shout out to all the Chicano channels. There's not a lot of us in California. The crazy thing is there's un chingo de Chicanos, right? Up and down the coast, from all the way to San Diego, all the way up to Crescent City. But there's not, believe it or not, a lot of podcasters, right? Especially where I'm at. I'm in Central California and Northern California. You may think, oh man, that's just a large demographic. Yeah. But ain't no one got it popping. Ain't no one else doing a podcast, Central and Northern California. Those that know, they know. So let me give a roll call, man. Shout out to, first of all, Chemo's Flicks. Pinchi Chemo. Chemo's Flicks, man. The general of the YouTube Yarda. I can't wait for that video, gente. That video is going to be good. Is the YouTube Yarda, I think it's going to be the 3rd annual YouTube Yarda Awards in association with Chemo's Flicks. Man, I can't wait for that one. Chemo dropped he dropped Paperwork yesterday. That was like, fuck, it was. Oh, man, that Paperwork he dropped yesterday, Chemo. But anyway, shout out to Chemo. We might talk about that. I don't know. I think I'm going to put up the phone number tonight. One thing that last time they were commenting was phone lines. I'm going to have the phone lines open right now. I'll put the phone number up as soon as we get into our first topic that we're going to talk about tonight. And you could bring that up as well. If you want to talk about the pendejo that Chemo dropped the Paperwork on yesterday, it is what it is, man. You want to come on the internet, you better not have skeletons. You better not have nothing to hide. I mean, why even fucking come on the internet? And then you're going to be a baboso like that one pendejo and just try to clean up the internet because he's supposedly from the old school, but he cares so much about his internet personality. That's like a yin and a yang. I don't know about that shit. I don't know. You're either old school or you care about the internet. You're not really going to do both. But again, I don't know. There's this new breed of cats coming on. So we'll put the phone number up that way you guys can react. But again, the Chicano channels, we got Chemo's Flicks. I know he's around my neck of the woods. Shout out to the homie Hangout. I know he's around my neck of the woods. That's the YouTube Yarda attorney, the YouTube Yarda lawyer, the homie Hangout. Fuck with them. You know what I mean? I could already see him just hustling. Sopas, canteen, grocery bags of canteen. That way he could fire habeas. You know what? Let me say that. I will say this, Chemo. I don't even know if you're watching or not, Chemo. I will say this. That wasn't because people were saying, oh, that's the paperwork. That's the paperwork. When you do that much behind the walls, your paperwork is like thick. It's really thick. That's nothing. That was like a petition for a habeas to keep the man protected. That's what it was. It was a habeas to keep the man protected because he fears for his life. He feared for his life. He said it. He didn't even think he was going to be alive and all these other crazy stories. I don't know what it is, but that's what it is. It's a habeas. That's all it is. Because I think he was in a case, right? And the case was against some CDC officers that didn't give him pingas that he wanted, or I don't know. Maybe he's popping queasies. Maybe he's popping, I don't know, but that was crazy. And it is what it is, you know what I mean? There's a lot of cabrones. I might be one of them too, that in hindsight, you're like, shit, man, you know. No one knew until everyone started fucking going at each other's throats. Then all of a sudden, everyone wants to throw their paperwork out there. But shout out to Chemo's Flicks, Homie Hangout. Shout out to American Cholo. Now we got to go to SoCal because that's all NorCal got. Oh, you know what? Well, no paperwork podcast. My bad. Dispensa, paper towel dispenser. No paperwork podcast. We're going to talk about them tonight. They're definitely in Northern California. Shout out to them. It's because, you know, in 2 years, just spitting this off the hip, I forget, you know, when a podcast just stepped on the scene this year or last year, et cetera, right? So no paperwork podcast. Shout out to them. And then now let's go to SoCal. American Cholo, all facts, hood stocks, the hater world, on and on and on. Food community, etc. So shout out to everyone. All right, let's go ahead and get it going. Let's get it popping, man. I will put up the phone number, you guys. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you guys got to say on anything that we bring up today on Chicano Street, you guys. It's a conversation. It's a two-way thing. All right, so here we go. Let's see what we're going to bring up first. Well, damn, the first thing that popped up on my feed says, this is coming from You Ain't Hard Food, so shout out to him. Real quick, I just remembered right now. Also want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to the Foodville event that's going to happen this Saturday in Santa Ana. I told the assistant to drop a short on it. She dropped a short on it. Why? Because Chicano brands, we back up Chicano brands, or at least that's the way it's supposed to be. Sometimes we throw chingazos, and it's okay. Online chingazos, real chingazos in person, it's okay, gente. You know what I mean? A lot of people try to, you know, put words in our mouth, la raza. When we're not that special, we're not that sensitive, we're not that, what did you say? We're not that triggered. La raza is definitely not that triggered. We're going to talk about that because I think we're going to talk about Antifa tonight on what's going on in Portland. And you got a lot of paid protesters and a lot of paid actors going out there thinking, and the raza thinks that they're doing la raza's cause. But they're all gabachos, but they're doing La Raza's cause. I think we're going to talk about Antifa tonight. That might cause the phone lines to light up. But anyways, Foodville is going down this Saturday, the 11th. I'm not going to be able to go, gente. I'm a padrino and a quinceañera. I'm growing the beard out. I don't know if you noticed it, but I'm growing the beard out because the wifey says, grow the beard for the quinceañera. And that's why I did that little short when I went to the Levi's store. And I grabbed some 505 regulars. I already had the black 501s, but I'm not trying to go to the quinceañera and bang on the youngsters. You know what I mean? I try to put on the black 501. They're black 501s, but remember, they're like stonewashed 501s. Not just that, they're as stiff as a board. Someone commented on that pinchy short, and they said, put on the 501s. And I'm like, come on now, calmate, calmate. No, I got the 505. That's where I did a little short. So I'm going to Quince this weekend. But Foodville's on Saturday. Hey, if you're in Santa Ana, go ahead and check it out. I think it's either 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Go to the Food Communities page. Go to their page or the All Facts page, and they'll have all the information, what's going on. There's going to be a fade about 9 o'clock at night. That means it's going to be dark over there. And so shout out to Mono and shout out to J-Rod. I made my prediction. I chose J-Rod. I said J-Rod's going to do it. I said he's going to connect. He's going to hit the chin. And it's going to be night-night. It's going to be a great event. So shout out to them. Now let's go. Let's go. And a lot of people said it looks like it kind of does look like a county jail fight. I mean, I'm just got to keep it a buck, you know what I mean? It looks like they're in the back of the wing, Monterey County Jail, and the back of one of the wings. Or maybe they're in the rotunda. Shit, I don't know. Maybe they're in the rotunda or in the back of one of the wings, or in the video room where they used to, where you watch music videos and shit, the playroom with ping pong and shit like that. They look like they're going to run it like that. But it's going to be a good fight, man. It's going to be an average Joe fight. They're going to give it their best. And I can't wait, man. It's funny that they're drinking pistos on shows, talking about it. Those are two fools. Let me just say that. Perfect. You couldn't have picked more perfect people. Those are two fools. Güerolitas, Kimo's a funny vato. Yeah, he dropped that paperwork yesterday. That's crazy. The hater world. Salute, we watching. That's right. The hater world's in the casa, cabrón. ¿Qué huele contigo, güey? #1 Raza podcast. Shit. You got no love lost. Hey, I'm going to give that to you on longevity, cabrón, the hater world. I'm going to give you the #1 Raza podcast on longevity. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Opina, the Nylon monster. Shout out to Droops also as well. I mean, if you had to compare the two, again, here comes fucking Top Foods already right there. Like, chinga tu madre, way, you know? Hey, I just keep it a buck. That's what I fucking do all the time, right? When it comes to panel, it's kind of like No Limit versus Cash Money. That's how I see it. Kind of like No Limit versus Cash Money. I lean toward No Limit a little bit more because they're more street. So, again, in a beef between them two, that's on you guys. You guys fucking do what you guys do, right? But as far as the numbers go and as far as the street go, I have to give that a little bit more over to the hater world. You know what I mean? You got more people on that couch that have been through the calles, know what's up, clechad up, and shit like that. Taking nothing away from all facts. Because according to them, just spitting all facts. All right, here we go. Ice Agent. Let's see what this baboso does. Why is this guy on my feed? What did this dude do? Let's go.
I'm not shaking. Maybe because you guys pulled me out. Hey, pull up to the hood right here and let's see what happens. Yeah, because no, you haven't. No, the you didn't. Yeah, hoodie. Say it.
Disneyland. This neighborhood ain't This is Disneyland, bro.
Sure.
Florencio Homes.
Oh my God.
I just work here, homie. You don't know where I'm from.
Oh, shit.
Why isn't you're dressed in green? You this goofy right here.
Why are you shaking?
I'm not shaking. Maybe because you guys pulled me out. Hey, pull up to the hood right here and let's see what happens. Yeah, because no, you haven't.
Last time. Let's watch it one more time.
You didn't. Yeah,
This neighborhood ain't
say it.
Disneyland. This neighborhood ain't This is Disneyland, bro.
Sure.
Florencio Homes.
Oh my God.
So the captions are saying, hey, ICE is wilding out. ICE is doing this. ICE is... Look, listen. At the end of the day, anyone could do that. Well, I don't know if that dude is ICE. It says police on the vest. So how do I know it's ICE? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm asking questions, right? How do I know that it's ICE? If you're just trying to put ICE on the caption, I get it. You put ICE on the caption, that shit'll trend and probably get more views. But I don't know if it's ICE. For sure, his vest said police. As far as I can see, this dude he's not really recording him. He's recording his knee. There he goes. So that dude's wearing green. I don't know. See, that dude says police. I don't know. So it could be ICE or it could be the police. But again, hey, some of us have primos, haven't got the streets out of them. You could take the Chicano out of the streets, but you can't take the street out of the Chicano. You pull someone over, you might fuck around and find out. There's been people that have fucked off their jobs because they've dealt with people, well, they forget they're supposed to stay in character. You know, they're supposed to stay as the police officer, as the law enforcement officer. Hey, the law of the land, doing what they do, etc. But in your opinion, what do you think? Did this dude, is he ICE, first of all? First of all. And second of all, he's banging Baldacci's hood on him. He told him it's F13 y que way. I mean, I get it, but, you know, and then there's another one. I think Double Vibe XL put out another one that it had one of the ICE agents. I think it was ICE. Again, they're wearing green. If they wear green, I think they're ICE, but fuck it, I know. They could be G.I. Joes, too. I don't know. Fucking could be Guile from Street Fighter. I don't know. But the dude's pulling out a big old cannon outside of the pinche puerta, the window of the car. Big old cannon. And 44 Vato report says, ICE agent pointing at the crowd. Are they wiling out? A lot of this shit is just really clickbait, but it's interesting as hell. Now, we did have the mayor of Cudahy that said, where's Florencia? Where's 18th Street at? And they went after her. I mean, so fucking vicious. She's the vice mayor of a city. That's a very high office. I say if it's only fair, they go after the mayor of Cudahy for her comments. Where's the cholos at? Which Lucky from Hoodstocks did a video on his front porch, just like only Lucky from Hoodstocks can do. Sitting on his front porch, shirt off, blasted up, saying, wait a second. The same people that call the police on us in the neighborhoods are the same people that are saying stop ICE from coming into the neighborhood. Pick your side. All right, let's keep it pushing, man. See what else we got on deck. Oh, Raja, we got Mr. Oh, this fool right here. Yeah, let's talk about this fool right here. So let's just continue. We might as well. ICE, a la chingada, right? This dude right here gets Fool of the Month. If there's a Fool of the Month award, I'm giving it over to this pinchy dude, Uber driver, with a little electric bike, a la chingada, with his hot and ready pizzas on the front of his bicycle or electric cycle. You know what? This dude, he gets Fool of the Month. I say this. Let's hear the audio first. Let's hear the audio. Look at him. Look how slick the dude is. This dude shook 30. I say he needs an NFL contract. This dude should have been a running. Look at him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Juked them. This dude gets Fool of the Month. I say, you know what? I say this. If some dude has, that's what I call rabbit blood skills. Those are the kind of cabrones that would slip the cuffs. Have you ever met someone that could slip handcuffs and shit? This is one of the cabrones that I bet you could slip handcuffs. You just don't know. Next thing you know, it's just his shackles are on the chair. You don't even know he's not even in the courtroom no more, right? I say this. If a fool has rabbit blood and did all that, shook 30 agents to get arrested, I think the dude should be a permanent resident. What do you think? Should we give those kind of... If I was president and I seen this video, I said, this dude really wants to be in the United States of America. This dude wants to be in the best country in the world. He ran so hard, he don't want to go back to his country. Fuck no.
Hell no. Hell no.
Hell no. He don't want to go back to his country. He wants to stay in the United States of America. My country, 'tis of thee. I say they should give this fool permanent residency. All right, that's enough. That's enough, man. And we're having too much fun now. Let me see. We fight the fight to live another day. Absolutely, JC. That's what I said on that one short on the one when Cholo Trucker caught the right hand on that first round. And I said, hey, so you win some, you lose some, but we live to fight another day. Good little caption right there. Shout out to Cholo Trucker, the baddest. And I mean, no question about it. The baddest Chicano on YouTube is Cholo Trucker. He had the most fades at this event right over here. He ran it with everybody except Snowman. That's the only one, okay? So shout out to Cholo Trucker, man. All right, let's keep it pushing out there. I want to read some comments, though. The comments look good tonight. People were DMing me, where's Cholo? Where's American Cholo? Where's American Cholo? Hey, American Cholo's kicking back, man. Shit. He can't kick back or what? All right, I'm going to put the phone number up now. I want to make sure the phone number's up. I think it's connected. If you try to call in, ask a question, I don't answer unknown numbers, private and all that. Just don't be a weirdo. Why? Because I don't put my shit on private. I mean, all my information is out there. I'll give you my dot card that has all my social medias, a la chingada. It has all my addresses. Who the fuck am I trying to hide from? You know what I mean? So, cálmala. JC says, so did they... Let me see. A ver, ¿qué güey? So did they go to the hood? Antifa will never come to the hood, bro. We're gonna talk about Antifa, but these are paid actors, bro. They got video. They already got video, gente, of these meetings with 100 motherfuckers that get bust. They go from New York to California. They go to Chicago. They go over here. Who's paying these pinche gabachos to go and burn down our communities? That's what I want to know. The raza, we don't burn down our fucking communities. The raza, we don't burn down El Tío's little mercadito. The raza, we don't burn down the pinche elote stand, all the businesses, the cookie, the coffee shops, all these businesses that belong to the raza. The gabachos have been burning our shit in the name of Antifa. I'm already getting a little hot. I need to calm down. Antifa will never come to the hood, man. Those 80-pound soaking wet motherfuckers will never. They can't gentrify the Alisal district. They won't go for it, man. The Alisal district won't go for it, man. Damn, I was getting hot for a second. Shit, I was getting all wound up, man. All right, well, the phone number's there. I just want to read some comments. That's right, Lintoneros in the casa. That's right. My boy says Telly is the goofiest on the YouTube yarda. Well, you know, Telly it's P Nava, cabrón. That's the whole thing with Telly. You know what I mean? His world fell apart. It's kind of like when you have something that happens and you mentally snap. You know what I mean? Like, you never were the same anymore. As soon as P Nava, you know, was no longer on the YouTube yarda, fucking Telly snap. You know what I mean? He's on the P Nava tip. Where's P Nava? She's coming back, bro. Don't trip, pinche Telly. All right. Joe Hernandez. That's right, Mikey. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, man. All right. And the rest of it is puras mamadas, okay, man. Daniel Gonzalez is in the casa. That's right. It's one of my day oneers right there. What's up, Mikey? And La Raza, brown fist in the air. Let's talk about it, my boy. It's good, man. Let's go ahead and get into PFaceBaby, No Paperwork Podcast, and George Perez. How about that? Oh, I'll put up the phone line también right here in case you want to see it. All right. You want to call about anything, okay, just don't be a weirdo. And if you're a weirdo, shit, I'll blast you. I'll blast you on here. All right. Whoa. Well, before we get into that, what about this chick right here? She's popular. Okay, I know who she is. I'm not going to act dumb or throw shade or anything. I know exactly who she is, Wendy Ortiz. So shout out to Wendy Ortiz, right? I just say chick because the Chicano comes out of me. This chick, this broad, or, you know, that's the Chicano, right? No disrespect. So Wendy Ortiz said she misses streaming and partying and is tired of being a mom after 2 months. I've been a mother way too long. Oh, man, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. The first thing I want to say is shout out to you. Keep grinding. She's a Chicana. So we always got to give credit where credit is due, okay? She's a Chicana. We want to see Chicanas. Obviously, it's Chicano Tube. The main goal here is to elevate the raza, I guess, to the next level. Make a fucking bag, crush it, kill it. Let your kids eat off your cheddar and your grandkids eat off your cheddar. If you need those kind of tips, get a hold of me. I'll help you out with some tips. But she's a Chicana smashing through the streaming roof. But she made this comment. Let's hear it.
Like, I miss going out to parties and streaming everything. So I think I'm going to start collabing and start going out and start streaming, start going to California again. I think I've been a mother way too long. Like, it's been like 2 months straight of me being a mom. I'm tired of it. I'm not going to be a mom no more. I'm going to start going out again. I'm going to go out every weekend. I miss streaming so much. Like, I miss going out. All
right. So, hey, we're not going to be long. Where's my paño at? Ah, man. We're not going to be long on this one, but it's just funny because, you know, what if she had that baby taken away from her? What if she caught a case and CPS got involved and took that baby. You think she'd be saying the same thing? Don't take it at face value, gente. The internet is going to make these little memes and videos to talk shit. Because she's not mature enough to understand that your baby is a blessing, is not a burden. But I think you have to be a parent to maybe get that understood, right? She just was saying things. She's at the end of a stream. Look at her. She's at the end of a stream. She's like, why isn't there no furniture in that pinchy house? That's a streaming room. Damn. She got look at that. She got a 1,000-foot room just for streaming. I mean, she's doing big things. That's right. Shout out to her. But it's just immaturity, gente. She wants her baby. Now let her go and do what a lot of people did, I guess. I don't know. Maybe give it over to Abuelita and then let Abuelita raise the baby. Because how old is she? Like 20 years old? She's like 21. She's young. You know what I mean? She's young. But anyways, yeah, she's just talking out of the side of her neck, gente. Leave that alone. It was just clickbait. And I guess I partook in the clickbait. My bad. My bad. All right. Let's do... Which one was it? Oh. Here we go.
Hey, but you boosted to try to say I told you to hop on a song because you know I did not tell you to hop on a song.
On the hood. So when the homie Sueño did a song and then you told me, you said, I want someone else on the verse. And then that's when you looked at me and you were like, hey, fool, you think you'll hop on
No,
it?
I didn't, bro.
Okay,
Bro,
so
why
I'm
you
lying.
lying?
Put on your volume. I'm lying.
Someone's lying. Wait, hold up. Someone's lying. Who's lying? We gotta find out. We gotta get to the bottom.
Somebody lying.
Pablo, put in your radio.
That's on Bastard Gang on my homie Solar Rest in Peace.
I don't believe
never
shit
told
you say.
him.
He smoked out, bro, on the hood. I don't believe shit you say.
Damn,
You
this
put
kid
on your
gets
hood that
me
you wasn't
mad.
nice when
Hey,
you in the
this
studio.
kid
You
is
was
really
lying.
getting me hot right now. I never had a youngster get me so hot. This from getting me mad on the game, bro. This fucking kid,
I'm
Hey,
saying.
P-Face, hey, but you boosted to try to say I told you to hop on a song because you know I did not tell you to hop on a
Yeah,
song.
on the hood. So when the homie Sueño did a song and then you told me, you said, I want someone else on the verse. And then that's when you looked at me and you were like, hey, fool, you think you'll hop on
No,
it?
I didn't, bro.
Okay,
Bro,
so
why
I'm
you
lying.
lying?
Put on your volume. I'm lying.
Someone's lying. Wait, hold up. Someone's lying. Who's lying? We gotta find out. We gotta get to the bottom. Put in your
Somebody lying.
Pablo,
All right,
put
all
in your
right.
radio.
Cálmese.
That's on Bastard Gang on my homie Solar Rest in
Cálmense.
Peace.
I don't believe
never
shit
told
he
him.
said. He smoked out, bro, on the hood.
All right, here we go.
I don't believe shit you say.
Damn,
You
this
put
kid
on your
gets
hood that you wasn't-
All right, I'm gonna turn that one down. We'll play it in the background. Anyways, right here we got, this is J Rent TV. He's from the East Coast. I think he is from New Jersey. So shout out to him. He's on the up. I think he visited a couple people on the West Coast. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to anyone that's grinding, putting in the work on podcasting. There's not a lot of people that can, want to invest into this shit or can really do this at a high level. So shout out to J Rent TV. Now, before I get into PFace and Problem to Goon, one thing I do want to bring up, I just want to bring this up to the people and see if you guys have a problem with this. You guys, not me. I just want to see what you guys say. Because some people feel some kind of way when someone is not in California. They're not here. Their 10 toes are not down on this soil that me and you are standing in. Well, a lot of us are from California, but I got people that tap in from all over the country. But I want to ask you guys this. Are you okay with people that are out of state making a profit out of people or a culture that is not around them? Are you okay with that? Some people aren't okay with that because they say that these people tend to stir the pot. And if these people, no matter where you're at, East Coast, Midwest, down South, they tend to stir the pot, right? So if they're stirring the pot in California, that means they're causing waves. So is it okay, are the people okay online with people out of state causing waves, knowing they're not going to be in the middle of it, knowing they're not going to get hit with nothing? All it ever comes down to for them is a video, making a video, turning on a camera, etc. Are you okay with that? Because I'm kind of on the fence about that. I know they're content creators and they're creating content I know the name of the game is clips, going viral, controversial shit people are gonna engage with. I know that. No soy pendejo. But stirring the pot, is that cool? When one, you're not from the lifestyle, you could not be from the culture, and two, you're not even in the state. I just want to put that out there first, you know, talking about, before I go on to the two gentlemen, and we'll talk about their beef right now. Lintoneros in the casa. That's a hyena you want for only one thing. Damn, that's crazy. Georgie, that's right. Joe Hernandez, no, it's not okay with it. No, not okay with it. Yeah, I know a lot of people aren't okay with it because people call that vultures. They call that vultures, right? Kind of like the pendejo Chester, the rubber chicken, right? You know who I'm talking about, the magician, right? Kind of like the magician, right? Chicano this, Chicano that, and the whole time hid the fact that he was a miklo. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a miklo. You know what I mean? I'm sure down south, even up north, over here, there's people that are mixed. And we've always had gabachos chilling and kicking it. Here in Northern California, there's never been a problem between races. So the race kind of divisions, it's still like new. That's still new to me. Other than being in the pen, okay? That's a whole nother thing, okay? Cálmase. We're not talking about the pen, okay? Level 10 soldados, like Hater World says. Shout out to the Hater World. If you're still watching, shout out to you and shout out to all your viewers, man. He says level 10 soldados, okay? These aren't level 10 soldados, but let's go back to it. So anyways, Jay Rent is doing what he does. He's got a buzz. So now he has two individuals. We got Problem, that's on the lower right. And he is from where Popeye Ray is, man. Shout out to Popeye Ray. We're going to talk about Popeye Ray tonight because we're going to talk about George Perez. And Popeye Ray, we're going to talk about, we're going to push his podcast, man. Shout out to Popeye Ray and his podcast. It's called Third Man in the Ring. Subscribe over to that podcast with Popeye Ray, that Bassett. Problems from Bassett. And then up there on the upper right, you have PFaceBaby, and he's from Compton. Okay, he's from Compton. Little story, I'll tell you a little story one time. I was in L.A., I was with a partner of mine, solid dude, super solid dude. And we had to go over to talk to one of our partners that was behind the walls. He was behind the walls. We had to go talk to his dad. Okay, we had to go handle some business, talk to his dad, and he was in Compton. So I pulled up to his house, my partner's house. He was like on 105th in Vermont. It shit looked like Friday. I kid you not. It looked like the movie Friday. I pulled up over there, and then we're going to go to Compton, right? I don't know what I had on. I think I had on a polo, some jeans, something like that. But it had the polo, I think, had a little bit of red. And when I pulled up, and he knew we were going to go handle business in Compton, he goes, oh, good. At least you wore some red, because that's good where we're going. I'm like, where are we going? But anyways, no, I'm not. Everyone knows me already. I'm not the kind that's going to try to start guerras between individuals. This is all internet bullshit. It's going to stay on the internet. They went live. Jay Rent had a pop in TikTok live. That thing probably has hundreds of thousands of views, maybe even millions of views, because rap music has the most amount of viewers in any genre of music than anything, because rap music has always captivated the minds, the hearts of the youngsters. And every generation, there's youngsters. They're the ones that buy CDs. But I will say this. I yesterday listened to Problem's new track. And yesterday, I listened to PFaceBaby new track. And I'm going to let you know who I think has it on the lyrical level. Who got it on the bars? Ready? You might be shocked. You might agree with me. You might not. And I don't give a shit. But here we go. Ready? Drum roll. The best lyricist, the best rapper between these two, I got to give it to PFaceBaby. It was a close one, though. It wasn't like he smokes them on the bars. It wasn't like he smokes them, like sit down. He sits them down on the mic. Nothing like that. It was real close, almost bar for bar. Almost bar for bar. But what I sense in PFaceBaby's lyrics is that it's a way to that passion, and that passion is what's gonna drive him. You know what I mean? Keep it pushing. No disrespect over the problem, absolutely not. Matter of fact, I saw the clip that the Hater World did, man. Shout out to you, cabron. The Hater World. Shout out to everyone over there. I saw the clip you did, cabron. And in the clip you did, pinche Hater World, you were more, how do I say it? You were siding, but it was like, it seemed like you were basing it on street credentials, basing it on street shit, right? Which someone could have more street credentials. That means been there, been more places, done that, done more things. Their neighborhood, they're a ghetto star, etc. Right? I think that's really what you were basing it on, because you were saying you don't want those problems. You didn't say anything about them rapping, who's the best rapper, who could smoke anyone. I didn't hear you, cabrón. I didn't hear you. So if you're basing it on the street shit, I get it. I'm not disrespecting absolutely at all. Yeah, when it comes to the street shit, cabrón, you're, in a sense, you were basing it on status way. You don't want these, you were telling PFaceBaby, you don't want the Goon problems. And I get it. And I get it. And only the streets know. Because anyone could be on the internet and call themselves a 5-star general, and I'm a general, and I'm a general. You don't want to be a general, okay? The generals are staring at a cement wall and are never coming home. El Mencho's son just hit 80X. How about that? All right, let's keep it pushing. I won't be on that too long. George Perez, maybe the Jerry Jones, the owner. This came across my feed. Let's talk about this chick and what she had to say. She says, this is coming from Felony Clout. I want to give a shout out over to Felony Clout. Shout out to them. Big IG page. I fuck with Felony Clout hard. They backed up Mexican Independence Day sparring. I mean, from day numero uno, man. And the phone lines are open. You don't need me to keep telling you. If you see the phone number there, we could try out the phone lines. The phone line's open. Felony Clout pushed Mexican Independence Day sparring. And next, let's just wait until after the new year. You know what I mean? Because right now, it's champurrado season, man. Everyone's going to eat tamales, champurrado. Everyone's going to be drinking pisto. No wonder American Cholo's taking a time off. Perfect time right now, cabrón. It's the perfect time to take a break, man. 65. Okay, hold on. I got to handle business. Hold on. The beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot wife. Okay. Hold on. I gotta send this to the smoking, sexy, hot wife. And then we'll talk about this chick right here, because she's calling this dude out to be a creeper. She's saying this dude's a stalker. Hold on. The married life. Husbands, if you're married, you spend your time sending money to your wife. All right, so anyways, this chick right here, let's see what she says. Latina goes viral for exposing a man who decides to work out next to her at the gym. Lintonero says, who's here? That's right. Joe Hernandez says, Popeye Ray. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, man. On Hood, Anthony Reese says.
And this is why we picked the bear. We picked the bear. And he knows I'm recording him, too. Because there's so many empty ellipticals, and you picked the one right next to me. What was the reason? What was the reason? I know you hear me. What was the reason? Now we both uncomfortable. And this is why women say, we picked the bear. We picked the bear. And he knows I'm recording him too. Because there's so many empty ellipticals, and you picked the one right next to me.
So is that a creepy move, gente? I'm gonna turn off her audio. That's funny as hell.
I know you hear me. What was the reason? Now we both uncomfortable.
This came across my feed. I'm like, man, the internet is undefeated, man. Some of the funniest things ever are on the internet, man. So this So this Chicana, I think she's a Chicana, Mexicana, right? Or whatever. She's brown. There's about 100 ellipticals. 100 ellipticals. She is way at the end because she wants privacy, I'm assuming. Nowadays, the gym, they just go to the gym to take flicas. I mean, let's keep that a buck, gente. I mean, cálmense. They go to the flick. They go to the gym to take flicks. So they want their peace and quiet. Plus, record a little 8-second clip, 10-second clip. Hey, feeling good. Feeling good. Uploading on IG. Feeling good on Facebook. And then you got Creeper. This dude right here, for sure, he subscribed over to the channel Minor Marv. That's for sure. That dude listens to Minor Marv every night. That dude is 100% Creeper. And why else would he go next to the machine, next to the only chick in that whole line of exercise machines? This is a weirdo. He's playing it off. That's a Creeper. And I hope she was safe. A serio. No, I'm serio. I hope this dude, nothing happened. He didn't follow her out. This is the kind of dude that'll jump out of bushes on a broad. He could have picked any other exercise machine in the whole pinchy gym. Right here, there's 200 machines. But why did he pick the machine next to La Chicana? I'll tell you why. Weirdo.
Hell no. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
All right, let's keep it pushing. Someone sent me about that weirdo. All right, here we go. I want to give a shout out to this man right here. He started following me a couple weeks ago. I've been following Popeye Ray. This is Popeye Ray. The name of his podcast is called Third Man in the Ring. I have so much respect for Popeye Ray, the Bassett. I did a short not too long ago, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You know, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'm going to get it off my chest no matter what. The way I am. I grew up in an environment, a concrete, pinchy jungle, where there was no cheerleaders. There was no cheerleaders where I grew up. So people's opinions, I've never gave a fuck about. Never. You can believe it or not, and I don't care neither. But so I made a short a couple weeks ago, and I was talking about older cholos, right? 50, 60 years old, 501s, Pendletons, all that stuff, and was just pointing out the obvious. There's a difference between the Chicano culture and the Cholo culture, and that was it. But there is exceptions to the rules. And Popeye Ray commented on that short. And I have to say that Popeye Ray, based on what I know, based on his familia being very just, you know, there's some Cristianos, they love the Lord, they're blessed, they've gotten ahead, they're successful. Some of them are in the law enforcement, some of them are in armed forces, which is a very honorable thing. Law enforcement, armed forces, besides what the fucking popular people want to say, the cool kids on the internet. So he is the exception to that rule. But for the most part, older cholos, 50s and 60s that wear that ropa are still in the game. And if they're still in the game, the kids are going to be in the game. And when the kids get shot and blasted and have holes in their chest at the hospital, I blame the parents. But again, not going back to that short, I just want to give a huge shout out to Popeye Ray. And he recently had George Perez. There's the name of the podcast, Third Man in the Ring. Let's hear it. I think it's going to repeat right now.
A lot of people don't understand. It's just like, I can't go certain places. Like, I went to San Jose and those fools wanted to jump me.
I was just gonna say, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like, they pay money.
They tend to take it more personal than we do.
Yeah. Crazy. These fools paid money to jump me. And I was hearing stuff on stage like, all right, check it out. I know where I'm at. And you know what? I'm not running from who I am. At the end of the day, I'll take my calentada, whatever you want.
Okay, hold on. I want to dissect this piece by piece because there's a lot of good little things going on. In essence, George Perez is going to talk about doing shows in San Jose, but being from Southern California. One thing that Popeye Ray said that was also true. Popeye Ray said, man, he has so much pinchy seasoning. He's seasoned up, man. That dude is seasoned up like a brisket, I'm telling you. they tend to take it a little bit more personal. It's because up north, where it's predominantly red, the red team is, right? Predominantly. I'm not saying there's nothing else, but predominantly, yeah, when you had a lot of Southern California go up north, that is true that they tend to take it more personal. I wanted to point that out because it wasn't like he wasn't telling the truth.
I understand. It's just like I can't
Look
go
at the cat right
places.
there.
Like I went to San Jose and those fools wanted to jump me.
I was just gonna say, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like they paid money.
They tend to take it more personal than we do.
Yeah, crazy. These fools paid money to jump me. And I was hearing stuff on stage like, hey, check it out. I know where I'm at. And you know what? I'm not running from who I am. At the end of the day, I'll take my calentada, whatever you want, but at least buy a shirt, eh?
Get off. At least.
Like, let me sell merch.
Buying a ticket.
Yeah, I go, let me sell merch first, dog. Then this older homie came and goes, "Sabes qué, dog? Nah.
This ain't the time or place.
Like, this fool's up here. We paid money to see this fool perform. What's up with you guys? Like, he's never gonna come back. And I said, I'm never coming back no matter what. I understand what's up, but like, I've been coming here for like 5 years now and no one's ever tripped. Because I'm not out there flossing on them. I'm out there doing my holiday, but I know what's gonna happen if it comes. And I'm not saying who I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And I have family from that area. And I was just like, no, do not get in this. This is what I brought upon myself in my life.
All right, so something else that he said was, it kind of reminded me when I had Sambo. Shout out to Sambo. Shout out to Houston, Texas. Shout out to Gold Toes. I had Sambo on the podcast, and Sambo was saying, you know, if there ever is a situation where, say, some youngsters get out of pocket or just some issue arises, if there's older heads there, and I'm talking about these are seasoned cats. I say older heads, but I don't want people to take that as a disrespect. It's not. Let's call them straight G's, whatever you want to call them. Straight G's, or you want to call them OGs. OGs is a good term, too, for those that earned it. OGs. Let's call them OGs. If there's OGs there, George Perez says he felt the tension, but an OG told him, Chale, is not the place, is not the time, is not going to happen to you. That's usually what happens. Well, at least when there's some kind of organization, okay? When it's the streets and it's a free-for-all, then it's a free-for-all, and you see videos go crazy and all that shit. But if there is an older cat right there, an older OG there, that told him, Chale, this is not going to happen to you, we paid to see a show, that's all we want to see, then that's that. Because just like Sambo said, if the youngsters got a little out of pocket, or we're burning donuts, or we're trying to, you know, press up on someone or make an issue out of a family-friendly event, like Fouville going down this Saturday in Santa Ana, trying to make issues at these events is not the right place, and it's not the right time, and only a G is going to call it like that. But shout out to George Perez. Man, this dude is funny as hell. He's been on Hoodstock several times. Shout out to Popeye Ray. Shout out to Bassett. Shout out to Third Man in the Ring. And it be like that sometimes. I mean, north, south, that shit already, how many years is it? Is it 60 years old? That thing started in 1965, 1967. What a lot of people don't know is the whole north thing started right where my toes are standing. But we're not going to get into that. I'm going to wait until we get invited to like podcasts, you know, like when we get invited to podcasts, then we got to get into the grimy shit and all the other stuff where the comments will blow up and they'll start clipping things, etc. Right? But anyways, I'm all for unity. I've just been saying that for a long, long time, but it's a hard message. It's a hard pill to swallow for the youngsters. They're very, very prideful, and they know the history. All right, here we go. Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones has been fined 250,000 bolas after giving fans the middle finger.
Hell no.
Is that what it says? The middle finger on video, and says his hand gesture was inadvertent. Jerry, come on, Jerry. You know the truth. You're mad, you're pissed off. Actually, I think that might have been the game that they won. I don't know. Is it? Hold on a second. That might have been the game that they won, but Jerry Jones, don't try to clean this up, Jerry Jones. We know what happened. Te valió madre. You're a billionaire. You're in the heat of the moment. Everything's going good. Maybe you look down, and who did you guys beat? They beat who did Dallas beat? The Lions? Did they beat the Lions? Lintonero says she gives toxic, weird vibes. Yeah, it could have been a weirdo, bro. That chick at the gym, she could have been a weird. She could have been a clout chaser, too. I mean, I just didn't say it, but I leave it up to the people. You guys decide. She could have been a weirdo clout chaser. Just wants to put the camera on herself because, you know, attention is the new carga nowadays. I agree with her. Just like when you park away from people and they park right next to you, that's creepy. Yeah, for sure. She's subscribed over to the Maniaco Mars channel. Esa Nessa la Gabacha, man. Via Gabacha. Damn it. Jerry. They're saying, like fucking Jerry. Yeah, está dando el dedo, 250,000. He's going to chew that up. Is nothing. He takes $250,000. He could drop $250,000. Ni le pesa para nada. But he was feeling good. And he flipped off the pinche Detroit Lion fan. Chinga tu madre. You know, it's nothing new. Just the Chicanos también. Chinga tu madre. It is what it is. We'll take the fine on the back end. But anyways, pinche Jerry. All right. Should we get into some Antifa? No, let's get into the No Paperwork podcast. Bad Bunny too. Chingado. No Paperwork podcast.
Got off on
New podcast in Northern California.
This is why I hate those stupid fucking
Hood
vlogs.
I saw.
Stop doing hood vlogs.
And you know what's funny is I thought about you guys in that moment.
Oh my god!
I was like, my co-host would not approve of these actions
not
right
it.
now.
Turn that damn camera off. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
what? That shit is crazy.
Right. Like yeah.
It's
wrong for so many reasons. I don't even want to list them all.
And when people record fights or record crime, especially when so-called gangsters record crimes that are happening in the moment and then they post it, that's telling. That ain't telling what is telling. That's telling. Right. You providing evidence for law enforcement.
All right. Little outro. Man, shout out to the fellas. I know that's BFG, lower right, lower left. She's a new co-host, up now. So I don't know her name. And the gentleman with the Chicago Bulls hat, I want to say he goes by the name of Insane. I'm sure those are just plaqueazos. No Paperwork podcast. I think they came up last year. They started last year, I think, or the year before. Are they 2 years old? I'm not sure. So they're for sure in Northern California. That's my neck of the woods, but I'm actually way in the middle. I'm in the middle of the state. But even though they call me Northern California, and they call Salinas the first city in Northern California, but that's another topic. So shout out to them. And the topic was hood vlogs. There's been a recent trend of people going around doing hood vlogs. Now, there's two ways to look at hood vlogs. Two ways. One, you could look at hood vlogs from a content creator's point of view only and not mix any street politics in it. That means don't mix it. We're making content. This is a business. I'm a content creator. Don't mix any other street shit with it. That's one way to look at it. Because if you do that, then, okay, the street shit doesn't apply, right? I guess. I don't know. Now, this is all internet shit. Internet Landia, YouTube Landia, like I call it. I think I'm going to make a shirt that says YouTube Landia. Or the second way that you could look at it is like it's actually providing information over to law enforcement. Because it's letting people identify with their neighborhoods. It's putting shit out there. They're wearing flags. They're wearing rags. They're wearing bandanas. That's the other way to look at it is why would you help out law enforcement's intelligence by letting people know who's from the set, who's not from the set how to throw up your signs, show them the ink. That way they could screenshot that and put it inside these little books, the gang files. I guess you want to call them the gang files. So that's the second way to look at people that do hood vlogs. But you're not going to look at it. If you have a street mentality, I don't think you should be recording it for content, because the street mentality is going to get you behind the walls. Street mentality is going to get you catching a case. You're going to hit R&R. You're going to catch the bus. If you do that, you're going to have to answer. Now you're going to have to answer for what you did. That means you took a video camera down to the neighborhood, 30 homies. They all got put in the gang files because of your video. I don't know. I don't know if it still happens. I don't know. But that's the second way of looking at it. And this is what BFD is saying. Now, in all fairness, I'm going to say this. In all fairness, you could have someone say, I'm not saying this to anyone in particular, but you could have someone say, oh, hood vlogs is dry snitching. But then you come out in a music video basically showing off your neighborhood, showing off the chest, ink, showing off the flag in the back pocket, showing off the belt, showing off everything about the neighborhood, just letting it be 100% crystal clear on this music video that you're from your neighborhood. Wouldn't that be also considered dry snitching? Just looking at these things from all angles. But shout out to the No Paperwork podcast. Subscribe over there. Follow over there. They're grinding. They're putting it on the map. I don't know where it's based out of. I think it's Sacramento. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I think BFD's from Sacramento. I don't know where Insane, and I don't know the young lady's name. But they saying, just say no to hood vlogs. All right, man. Let me get into some of the comments. I'm missing a bunch of comments. 831-240-4328. We're going to be talking about Antifa right now. We'll get on there, these paid actors. We talked about PFaceBaby and Demon. Go back and watch the replay. I'm going to have to head out in a little bit. I'm going to pick up my boy. I have to just head east to his jale. Joe Hernandez says, P-Face got a lot of opportunities in his future if he plays his cards of life right. Yeah, you know, the most important thing is to have the right people around you, because if you don't, you're going to be a crash shop. You're going to be a crash dummy. You're going to be like Crip Mac. Crip Mac only lasts so long on the streets because no one around him will check him. No one loves him enough to say, you can't be rolling around strapped up. You can't be doing this. You can't be doing that. You're taking risks. Your brand is based on you being out here and pushing content. But people don't do that. And if it's the streets, then the streets is what it is, man. I respect it. You got to get it out of your system, man. I tell the youngsters all the time, it might take about a dime for you. It might take about a dime for you. I have partners just in the last 4 or 5 years that have came home from 2 to 4 year robbery cases. They got 2 to 4 year robbery cases, and they're just coming home after like 20, 22 years. If you're going to go all the way, just go all the way and do it right, man. Don't go out ass backward. Don't fucking rat. Don't drop out. Don't piece it. Fuck it. Don't do none of that shit. You're going to do it, do it. But what I tell the youngsters is you're going to have to get it out of your system. Okay? Stare at the wall for 10 years and get it out of your system, I guess. I don't know. BFD, that's right. Irony returns. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. You already know what it is, man. Now, I don't watch No Paperwork podcast. I'm not shitting on them. I'm not sure. I'm not subscribed over to it. I don't have a lot of time to watch on YouTube anyways. I'm over here. We're doing our thing. You know how we do. We might not even be too far. I don't even know. We might be close to each other. Maybe we're an hour. Maybe we're 2 hours away. Sacramento for sure is 3 hours. Shout out to the homie hangout. Shout out to Raskeezy. I want to see what Raskeezy has to say about that paperwork that Chemo dropped yesterday. Oh, man. No paperwork. No paperwork means no smut. That's what that means. It doesn't mean they don't got their paperwork. You got to keep that shit on you. Stockton, I believe. Oh, they're out of Stockton? Oh, okay. That's right, man. But shout out to them, man. We're giving them the plug tonight, man. Shout out to them. Go and subscribe over there tonight, man. Let's go back. Stockton. Man, shout out to Southside Stockton. Shout out to Spider, one of my day oneers, one of my members only, Spider the Stockton. Me and him could have went down when American Cholo had that handball tournament and just ran those courts. I was almost feeling like telling him, let's run it. Let's go down there and run it. Because that dude got major handball skills. Major. And that's Spider from Stockton. All right, let's go, man. Let's go. Bad Bunny. Let's see what you guys say about this.
Mira. Bad Bunny. ¿Qué traes, carnal? I thought it was AI. Mira, this is why Tío Juguet does not go to nightclubs. Porque de repente somebody's twerking, backing it up. And de repente you're like, oh, shit, my bad, sir. Hey, Bad Bunny, we get it. You're promoting an album. I don't know if you're in Illuminati. I don't know what kind of pinche humiliation ritual is going on here. Hey, I'm on tour with my nephew.
All right. Shout out to Chingo Bling, Texas is in the casa. You guys, they had a big announcement. People are chiming in. 831-240-4328. If you want to give me a call, let's talk about it. People are giving their opinion right now. Bad Bunny playing for the Super Bowl next year. It's actually happening right here. It's happening right down the street from me. It's happening in Santa Clara. And so is Bad Bunny the correct representation for the Latino raza? Some people say, hell no. Some people say, hell no. He is not the right representation for Latino raza. And some people are saying, no, we're winning. Anytime we could have Spanish-speaking raza, no matter what, they're from Puerto Rico, like him, he's Boricua, or he's Cuban or Dominican. It's a win for La Raza. It's a win. We got to get Spanish singers to sing, especially on one of the biggest stages, which is the pinche Super Bowl, right? But this, I can't even see it. Damn.
Hell no. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I just don't think a man naturally is supposed to be doing that right there. I'm going to have to take that shit off the screen. That's just too much, man. That's just too much, man. That was too much. I apologize for that. So the internet's going to bring up its gripes, its issues, right? Now, fuck that. And no, it's a Spanish-speaking raza. And then, F the gabachos. And all of a sudden, everything that has to do with anything, all of a sudden has to fucking F the gabachos. I don't know why. Why does everything have to be F the gabachos? And like, what do the gabachos do to you? You know what I mean? I grew up with gabachos, Tylers, and Kyles. And all they ever wanted to do was be badass baseball players. But if you look at the internet, it'll say F the gabachos. So that don't make sense to me. But anyways, so, they try to bring that shit into it, which is, ya sabes, you know what I mean? The division, the racismo, and all that shit, that if you want to focus on that, that's as far as you're ever going to accomplish and as far as you're ever going to evolve mentally. That's just it. It's the truth. But some people are saying he's good representation. Some people are saying he's bad representation. Look, that dude speaks Spanish, but I got to be honest with you. That dude speaks Spanish. I speak Spanish, but I don't even know what the hell a word that dude's saying, man. I could barely make out 2-3 words. I could barely make out 2-3 words that the dude's saying, right? Do I care that he swings both ways? Do I care that he pitches and he catches? Do I care who he goes to bed with? I absolutely don't care. There's none of my business. That's how I was raised. It's not my business. It's not your business. If he wants to be in the 7%, he's in the 7% club. That's it. Period. At least the 7% club in the United States, you know what I mean, has liberty. If you were in the 7, like, here's another thing. This is going to piss off a lot of people. Here we go. You ready to get pissed off? Are you ready to get triggered? You ready? Here we go. Let's trigger some people. A lot of people pushing for Palestine. Palestine, Palestine. Raza for Gaza. Palestine, Palestine. Do you know in Palestine, if they find out you are in the 7% in Palestine, this is the absolute fact. You could take this shit to the bank. If they find out you're in the 7% in Palestine, te amarran, te llevan a un techo de una casa, and they'll throw you off hasta la muerte. Straight up. But some of these online humanitarians, online activists, are pushing La Raza for Gaza. And at the same time, they're respectfully, I have no problem with it, flying their flags. Whatever flags they want, 5 flags, 10 flags, they're flying their flags. It's a little bit of a contradiction there, because here they have liberty. Over there is Sharia lay. And Sharia lay, homie, don't play that. They don't want to address that. I know people don't want to address that. Just like Palestine will make more headlines on the internet. Before we get to Antifa, we're going to wrap it up with Antifa because it's a good one. I got some riot videos. It's a good one. Before we get to that, though, they want to push the Raza for Gaza on the internet, but you had thousands and thousands and thousands of Cristianos getting unalived by the thousands in other countries, especially in Africa, which is like the North Africa, not South, North Africa. And how come these online humanitarians, activists, whatever you want to call them, how come they don't relate to the Cristianos? That's our religion. Again, respectfully, you know what I mean? Jesucristo, that's what I mean. El Señor, that's our religion, El Señor. Don't tell me it's not, because if not, you're fucking just whacked out of your head. No somos musulmanos, somos cristianos. But how come they don't show love over to los cristianos? I'm telling you, it's all politically driven. It's all political agendas. Speaking of that, cabrones, you want to give me a call? We can talk about that. 831-240-4328. We're going to get into Antifa and wrap this up because I got to go pick up my son in about maybe half an hour. Fucking Chingo killed this one. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. Boy Aguilar's in the casa. That's right, man. I appreciate you, cabron. He says that Vato Bad Bunny has been acting más... Here's the thing, is for anything and everything right now, the internet is trying to pump you up. Trying to pump you up, trying to tug on your heartstring. Eso me duele. Separating families. Hey, newsflash. ICE ain't the only shit that separates families. ICE is not the only shit that separates families. You know what else separates families? CPS. Child Protective Services, that separates families. You know what else separates families? Divorce. Divorce separates families. Do I need to keep going on and on and on? But we could be on the ice. Hey, we'll stay on the ice for 4 years. I told you, we're going to be on ice for 4 years talking about it. We did 4 immigration town halls. And, you know, they're just focusing in on right now. But we're going to talk about these güeros that are paid protesters that are burning down Raza businesses, Raza homes, and Raza communities. Are you okay with that? Oh, damn it. Let me pull that one out. Ching. That was a pinche taco de poquería. Get that shit out of chingas, man. Let me see. Did I go back? Oh, that's too far. I went too far. Okay, here it is. So, Thought I had a good one. Social media. Well, this is a scene on the west coast of California outside a federal detention center or Department of Homeland Security or some kind of law enforcement agency building. And I got my thoughts about this. I definitely have my thoughts, but let's watch it at least one time through so you can see this shit is all for clickbait. It's all for clout. All these little YouTubers that are out there all want attention because they didn't get attention when they were little. So they want to go to the protest because they want attention. Because mom didn't hug you enough. So you got to go to the protest. And it shows pues también que no trabajas para nada, güey. Eres un pinche vato huevón. You ain't got nothing to do. So let's go to the federal building. Now, most of these people that I'm seeing, why are most of these people gabachos? Don't tell me that these gabachos right here are backing up La Raza. Is that what you think? Do you think in your heart of hearts that 98% of these protesters are gabachos? You think they're protesting for La Raza? Damn, I wouldn't want to smell that. That looks like the most hardest pepper spray. What is this old man doing? Someone take Grandpa out of the front of the DHS, por favor. Who's Grandpa fighting for? Someone come get your grandpa. Ooh, man, that's tear gas. Now, if you just paid attention to the internet, gente, you'd think the world is burning. The world is falling apart. If you just lived your reality in social media, you'd think, oh, who's this guy? Pinche Master Splinter, aquí a la chingada, Zen Master? That was a Zen Master. All right. I'm going to play it in the background, but really low. All right. I'm going to play it in the background, but really low. That was Zen Master right there. That was Master Splinter before he turned into a rat. And then he's watching the Portland raid. So, yeah, people that are going out there to these places are going out there for clout. Why? Because they don't do it without pulling out the camera because they want content. Look at them with lenses. So what they do is they go to these federal detention centers. They start forming a wall. And obviously they have to react. And when they react, that means the gates open. And here come 100 Hudas coming storming straight at you. 100 Hudas. That's when they start recording because, oh, this is going to get good. They're going to bomb us. They're going to gas us. They're going to throw concussion grenades or I don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to do good content. I'm like, calmate. Why isn't the majority of these people, why are they mostly gabachos? Nothing against the gabachos. You know, I love you guys. I'm not knocking the gabachos. Just the Chicano comes out of me, you know, and I just speak fucking bluntly, right? Why are 98% of them gabachos and not raza? Because the raza, estamos jalando, güey. Estamos chambeando, güey. We're too busy working. We ain't going to the Department of Homeland Security. I don't give a shit. You know, they're coming out with ads. A lot of these are paid protesters, gente. So do you think these gabachos are backing up La Raza by doing this shit? Serio. You think they're backing up La Raza? I don't think so. I think La Raza, we come to a place of understanding that we need to get in positions of power in order to make change happen. One of the most important things is immigration, but it's not the most important thing. The economy is more important. The economy that we have, the economy going in the right direction, no inflation, lower groceries, more higher wages is way more important for the prosperity of us and our people than is immigration. Immigration is there. Immigration is important. I get it, gente. I get it. But La Migra's always been here, will always be here. Now, for the next 4 years that they're going to have these little riots and all that, just know this shit is all set up. This, what you're looking at, is all staged. This is not raw. This is not real. There are people that are paying for these things to happen. And unfortunately, a lot of the raza gets sucked in, catches cases. Catches second, catches third strikes. Why do you think they drop off pallets of cinder blocks? Where do the pallets come from? A pallet of gas masks. Where the hell does a pallet of gas masks come from? Ain't no la raza's not gonna get together and someone, hey, go buy $10,000 of gas masks. Gas masks. Ah, chinga tu madre. What do you mean? That $10,000 needs to go to la quinceañera. That $10,000 needs to go to la mamalona. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm going to a quinceañera this Saturday, though. I'm a padrino. That's why I'm letting the beard grow up. All right, so there's videos. Let's watch another one. Not that one.
What's your name? What's your name, soldier? Tell me your name. What's your name, soldier? Yeah, you hear me? What's your name, soldier? What's your name, soldier? Sergeant Pepper. What's your name, soldier?
Pinchy Ronda Rousey.
What's your name, soldier? Yeah, you hear me?
I thought Ronda Rousey was retired, ain't they?
What's your name, soldier? Sergeant Pepper. What's your name, soldier? What's your name, soldier?
So again, these are
What's your name, soldier? Yeah, you hear me? What's your name, soldier?
these are cool little videos just for social media. But again, you think Ronda Rousey is really doing that for migrants? Ronda Rousey is getting paid money to go be an agitator. I'm just saying, so the raza doesn't go on the internet and feel like, oh my gosh, a lot of this shit right here, a lot of this stuff, I need to let the people know this is staged, it's fake, there's paid actors, because a lot of the raza that don't know better, they don't know better. They'll jump on the internet and think the world is burning and falling apart. And it could cause you, if you're mentally weak, it could cause you depression. It can cause you anxiety. It can cause you panic. Again, if you're mentally weak, it could take you to dark places because you think, oh my gosh, the world is burning. And then you want to start throwing names. It's his fault. It's her fault. Or they want to blame it on Ice Barbie, Christy Nome. Actually, I just started following her. I think, was it 2 days ago? I just started following Ice Barbie 2 days ago. She's interesting as hell. They're going to think this is the dark world we live in. No. This is not the dark world we live in. Cálmense. The people that try to spread fear to the raza. They're fear-mongering la raza. Look what's going on, and they send you a video. No, yeah, this is happening in the corner of Portland on whatever calle that is. That's not your reality. It's not my reality, man. Your reality is what you make of it, man. My reality is what I make of it. I make my destiny. I make my day how I want it. Don't wish me a good day. I'm going to make it a good day. But I get it. These are just cool videos. Ronda Rousey getting pepper sprayed. Damn. And that's the hard pepper spray, man. That's the hard one. All right, let me see if we see anything else that we're going to talk about tonight. Anything else? No, the Christians. We talked about the Christians. Candace. All right. I think we're going to end it on Raja Jackson. Yeah, but he's not that popular. Nick Shirley, the guy that got jacked up by Antifa. All right, let's hear Candace Owens in closing.
I maintain, I actually believe that this was a military hit that involved foreign actors and also literal actors. I believe that that day ran something akin to JFK's assassination. I believe that there were therefore multiple decoys on the ground. I do not believe, just so I'm clear here, that the person who was walking up the stairs killed Charlie. In fact, my suspicion is that that photo was not even shot on the same day. I do not believe that the person who ran across Losey rooftop killed Charlie. I think it was another decoy. I do not believe that shot came from a Losey Center at all. And
This is
obviously
crazy.
we all know that decoy George Zinn didn't kill Charlie. And I received an interesting tip about him as well, that he's much more connected than what meets the surface. And he potentially has connections to the federal department, familial connections to the federal department. And we are prodding that. It's getting interesting.
Damn.
But I want to
man.
tell you that I maintain, I actually believe that this was a military hit that involved foreign actors and also literal actors. I believe that that day ran something akin to JFK's assassination. I believe that there were therefore multiple decoys on the ground.
A
I do not believe,
military
just
hit.
so I'm clear here, that the person
Foreign
who was walking
actors.
up the stairs killed Charlie. In fact, my suspicion is that that photo was not even shot on the same day. I do not believe that the person who ran across Losey rooftop killed Charlie. I think it was another decoy. I do not believe that shot came from a Losey Center at all. And I obviously, we all know that decoy George Zinn didn't.
Okay, stop, man. I just, it's because it gets too much, man. How deep is the rabbit hole? You know? It gets too much, man. This is not even the newest clip of Candace. She just dropped another clip saying Charlie Kirk came to her in her dreams and told her in her dreams. It's just like this morning. She dropped a clip this morning that Charlie Kirk came to her in her dreams and said that he was betrayed. I don't know. I'm not laughing at Charlie Kirk's passing. That obviously he's a man of God. I believe he was a man that feared God. I know there's stories and conspiracy theories on everyone. Everyone's a plant. I'm a plant. You're a plant. We're all plants. I guess nowadays, you know, people can question and come up with stories on anyone, right? Whether they're credible or not, it's the internet. So believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. But Candace, I don't know, man. She's either telling the truth or she's major riding a clout wave. That's it. She's either telling the truth for whatever her conscience is on everything she knows is true, or she just has to come out with wild, outlandish comments. Charlie came to me in my dreams last night and told me he was betrayed. I don't know what to believe, man. I want to believe there's good guys just like there's bad actors and bad players. I want to believe that. I want to believe Candace has good intentions about releasing this information, but at the same time, this is making her the most just more controversial than she already was, and her stock is going through the roof by these outlandish claims. I just got to say that in closing, because Candace, no sé, she's saying this was a military hit staged like JFK. To the people that believe JFK was staged. Maybe you don't. Maybe you think the bullet was what it was, that guy, that this, that. But there's a lot of interesting information about the JFK, the day JFK passed away, that'll make you think twice. They insinuate things, but you'll never really know the truth. You won't. You and I will never know the truth, man. We're not there. Come on. Cálmase. All right, that's it. Let's wrap this up, man. All right. Let me go back and we're going to wrap it up with the comments because I got to go deep east. I'm going to go pick up my son. Deep east. Irony Return says, is that really Ronda Rousey? No, it's not. Wait. It looked like her. I just, we're Chicanos. We give nicknames a la chingada. That was, Ronda Rousey. Just like on the Antifa video, that was Zen Master sitting right there all zenned out in front of the detention center or whatever. They're all paid actors, man. They're getting paid to burn cities down so that people could put out news articles, and you will think that the next 4 years everything's burning to the ground, when in essence there's no more inflation. The federal government has almost $200 billion in surplus just on the tariffs collected. That's why 47 was able to fund WIC and EBT. I don't know if you knew that. I know they're not reporting that. I said it the other day, but I just found out, and I verified it, that WIC and EBT are intact because they passed that because they got this money from the tariff money. So you're telling me that the WIC and the EBT is getting funded by the tariff money? Now you're telling me tariffs aren't working? And then much less, some people are saying the tariff, like it's really a problem. It's not a problem. It's a plus. We're taxing other countries from them getting rich off of us. Period. We're taxing other countries. Oh, man, we can go down that rabbit hole too much. But anyways, a beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot wife is, look at her, looking sexy as hell. Look at that. She says we're living in a matrix. Some people say we're living in a matrix. We're living in a simulation. Everything has already been that is going to be. It's staged. Just like they say the NFL is scripted. I don't know, man. I want to believe we're not. I'd like to think we're not. But if it is, at least I'm aware of it, Nick Shirley, I used to like him, but I'm good. Yeah, Nick Shirley, he basically got rushed by a dude, Antifa, right? He got rushed by a dude, and the dude was pressing him. I mean, if I ever wanted to just blow off some steam, I think I would go to an Antifa rally. Blow off some steam. If you're saying I could throw chingazos and just throw, I probably would go into the middle of an Antifa rally and just start letting loose. Not let loose with my gums. I would just let the hands go. You know what I mean? Why not? Fuck it. But, hey, they pressed him, bro. They pressed him. He went to CCOT. Remember when he went to CCOT? I played that video. He went to CCOT. So that dude, Nick Shirley, he's a cool dude, man. Why? Because he's a gabacho or what? Wait, you don't like him? Why? Saludos, Irony. Beautiful, smoking, sexy wife. He was betrayed by... Damn,
son. Where'd you find this?
Well, Miss Chicano Tube, we're almost wrapping up. We got 7 minutes left. Miss Chicano Tube is saying he was betrayed by his own party. Damn it, man. I don't know. Is it outside the realm of possibility? Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. I've been saying this for 2 years now. Since they always wanted to divide La Raza, they used ICE. They're using ICE now as a tool of division. And then now they're trying to use politics as well. Blue, red. Well, a lot of people are falling into it. Where if you're gangbanging your red political side, if you're gangbanging your blue political side, you're really putting the La Raza last. You're not putting them first. Yeah, I'm not saying you can't say what you are, etc. But if you're banging your political party more than you're banging the brown issues that need attention to, you better check yourself, because you might be in the matrix without even knowing. She must be a Republican or a Democrat, one of the two. I mean, it's only a two-party system. He says, Master Splinter. Hey, that was Master Splinter, Lifestyles of the Broken Homeless. Before the ooze got on him, you know what I mean? Then when the ooze got on him, you know what I mean? He got up in front of the Portland Detention Center. Then he went down to the sewer, and he found las ratas, you know what I mean? Anyways, the tariffs, the extra tax we pay. We got to break that down. I'd rather break that down and show you the info, because Lifestyle of the Broken Homeless, I get reports from Fannie Mae. I get reports from the Mortgage Banking Association. I get reports from Wells Fargo. And these are reports just to be able to stay on top of what the market is and what the economy is, because that affects my business in the business world. And so I rather show you than tell you, because another motherfucker will come on here. I found this on Google and this on like when people were saying, someone told me one time, La Raza didn't vote for 47. It was only 20 something percent. I got a report. I got the numbers. Are you kidding me? The national reports were right on the fucking screen. 48% of La Raza, is it 48% voted for the way they voted this year. And now they're trying to push a new law in California, which I'm voting no on, because now they're like, damn, the counties that turn red, we need to redistrict them and make them smaller so we can gerrymander and make those counties blue again in 2026, because a lot of people feel that Newsom is on his way out. A lot of people feel that Newsom, it's his last year as a governor, because 10 counties flip red. Again, not about red, not about blue. If you happen to ask me, I won't interject it, but if you happen to ask me, I will say La Raza is conservative by heart, because you ain't going to tell La Raza to get God out of the picture. I'll tell you that. That shit ain't going to fly, you know what I mean? So I think we are, but I'll leave that alone because people get triggered and then they want to have a debate. And I'm not here for debates, cabrón. It's not right now. I got to go. Steady Mob in 76, Cuban Chicano Tube. I appreciate you, my boy. I just got to head out east. Spider-Man, look who just checked in the building right now. That's right, my boy. You got Southside Stockton is in the building. That's my handball partner. That's Spider-Man right there. If we would have went to the American Cholo tournament, carnal, we would have just ran all of those things. I just don't know if we would have made it out of there safe, cabrón. I just got to keep it a buck. No, just kidding. We would have. All right. But anyways, Spider-Man's in the casa. You guys, go ahead and watch the replay, man. Hit that pinchy like. Do your boy a favor, man. It's the Wednesday night show. I appreciate all the support. Gracias to the members only. We talked about PFace, Problem to Goon. Boom, that's a wrap. No Paperwork Podcast. You want to know my thoughts on the No Paperwork Podcast? Then go ahead and watch the replay on that, because they had something controversial to say about hood vlogs. And I have whispered the same sentiment, but I'm cut from a different cloth. I think I'm a little old school when it comes to the clecha on that. But it is what it is. I don't step on toes. Whoever's going to create content, hey, don't ever let another man put their hand in your pocket. I absolutely would never let a man put his hand in my pocket. So you make your money, you get your bag. And we also talked about Popeye Ray, third man in the ring with George Perez. George Perez, little incident in San Jose, California, up north. It is what it is, cabrones. But there was some mature OGs there that are diffusing the situation. And that just shows there is some kind of organization still. Cálmense, you know what I mean? I wanted to tend to think that it's all done with and it's a free-for-all, but there is something. There is something going on there. All right, you guys. And then we talked about Antifa, Candace, and a couple other viral clips, ICE clips, a couple viral ICE clips, you guys. I got to head out. I'm going to pick up my son, you guys. He graduated from high school, pero ya está trabajando, and he's already in college, man. I'm just telling you. I don't deserve the kids that I have, man. They're just smart. They're on it. Remember, the children are a reflection of you, cabrones. The reflection of you, man. I don't deserve the ones that I got, I'm telling you. Well, our interest rates going down, but at the same time, inflation is going high or drop them. Lifestyles, the interest rates have gone down. Absolutely. There are some mortgages now in the low 6s and upper 5s. They have gone down. Why don't they talk about it on the news? Because they don't want to give credit over to the administration. Interest rates are down, but I really don't work with buyers, bro. I really don't. The only time I work with buyers is when my sellers need to buy, bro. I don't work with buyers. I have a listing-based business. I want to specialize in something and not be a jack of all trades. So I specialize in listings, bro, in selling the home. And a lot of the times, half of my clients call me because their home didn't sell, bro. So obviously someone that's selling their home, bro, they don't give a shit about the interest rates. You know what I mean? They're trying to cash out. Most of the homes are free and clear. That means they're going to net most of the money, or they could 1031 it, or most people just want a retirement nest egg. But I work with sellers, and I'm not saying I turn away buyers, but I'll refer over the buyer to a buyer's agent in my agency because I want my weekends. So I'm a listing specialist. So yeah, interest rates are now about 5 3/4 to 6 1/4. That's already more than a point down, but you won't hear it because, again, people don't get the reports. Mortgage Banking Association, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, Wells Fargo. Those are the 4 hitters reports that are going to tell you the truth on how the state of the economy is, man. Gracias. Buenas noches. Buenas noches over to you, man. I appreciate you. Southside Sactones in the casa, man. He said, F the Raiders, man. That's my team, but they've been trashed for too long. Good luck for your Niners, bro. Hey, at the end of the day, no matter what way, it's the highest rated sport way. Everyone's going to watch every single week. Monday night's cracking. That's why I did it tonight and not tomorrow. Thursday night's going to be cracking. I thought the Chiefs game and the Jacksonville game was good on Monday night, man. That pinchy white boy skater, Trevor Lawrence, that dude whooped our ass. That dude has potential, man. I just don't know why he was hit and miss for 2-3 years. But now he's in year 4 or 5. He needs to step his game up, man. Libertarians are like Republican conservatives, but without the conservative. I'm not knowing, my boy. At the end of the day, you do got to vote for. It was a no-brainer for me to vote for. Do I want a dick boss, but at least he has some experience in business? I'm not saying he's perfect in business. Or do I want someone that just sucked her way to the top? I mean, what are you going to do, bro? I can't make it more simple than that, man. All right, you guys. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. I'm out. I appreciate you guys. Do me a favor, man. Hit that like. Si quieren. I'm not twisting anyone's arm, man. Hit the chinga tu madre button. That one's good, too. You can hit the share button. The share button, everyone has a smartphone. All your social medias are on your smartphone. You could share the channel, man. You can share it on your Facebook. You can share it on your Instagram. We're knocking on the door at 15K. You can share it on your TikTok, man, Snapchat, or whatever, man. Just share the channel. That way we got eyes and ears on Chicano Street. You guys, I appreciate your time. It's here. I'm here because of you guys. If not, I'd be talking to myself, cabrones. Live on Chicano Tube. Live on Chicano Street. Don't forget Foodville. It's going down. Saturday, Foodville. Go to Food Community. Check out the fade. 9 o'clock, Mono versus J-Rod. I got J-Rod with the knockout. Remember what I always say? Beautiful linda raza, have a buenas noches. Remember what I always say. In the end, all you got is the memories.